So then I'm assuming that's when you spotted Johnny's car was jacked up and three people were around it. What happened next?
Yeah, we were just laughing and talking about things. The whole street was really dark. It's not really lit up right there. There's big trees that kind of cover any lighting. And the suspect's vehicle, they had their lights off, even the internal lights. So it was just very dark. So we didn't notice them right away. And then we came up to the front of my car and I was like, oh, this is my ride. And he was like, oh, great, I'm parked right in front of you. And right then, when we looked at his car, it was on an angle. And our initial thought was like, oh no, he's getting towed. So we kind of like jumped into action of like, hey man, like we're here. I remember the guy just kind of looked up at us with these like big wide eyes, and he had a ski mask that was only covering or just showing like the front part of his eyes. I noticed that there was three men in total. There was a driver and there was another man in the back seat. Um, so yeah, he stood up. The one man who was outside by the jack, he stood up, and Johnny and I were still just kind of verbally confronting, like, hey, like this is his car, leave us alone. And everything happened in an instant. They shot him without warning. They just immediately shot. And it was probably a maximum of 3 seconds from the time we stepped into the street until he was shot.